Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. We're going to continue our flight into discovering a little bit more of the Chinese, which is very visual and logical. And I'm going to prove to you how logical it is today. So yesterday we talked about 三心二意. It's like you want to do something, 3 times you want to do it, and 2 times you want to quit. You have the second thoughts. So 心 and 意 here, I guess 心 means your original intention, and 意 means the flip of that intention. If we read deep into this, okay? So today we have 一心一意 instead of 3 and 2. Now we have just 1 and 1. So does it mean you go in and you go out again? Not necessarily. We'll find out. Okay. So we're going to repeat what we talked about last time regarding 心 and 意. You see the heart symbol here? It shares the same heart symbol within the component of 意, right? So heart is a visual representation of the heart organ. It has the chamber of the heart, and then 3 tubes coming out of the heart. It's just a visual way to say it's a heart. And just like in English, heart in Chinese language and culture, it is used to depict our mental activity, our cognitive or emotional response to things, our inner processing of things. That's our heart, right? A lot of times we just use it as intention, that you put your heart to it. Same idea, right? In yi, okay, yi, we have the heart symbol at the bottom, so we know first off that's something related to heart, and then we have something else on top of it. The something else altogether means singing, means music. So it's the music of your heart. Okay, so we have music because we have this mouse symbol, and then we have this cross, means targeting, means something inside the mouse. It's our way to draw your attention to mean, okay, look at within the mouth. And then we have the tip of the tongue. So a little bit of visual to show you just a little bit of what we're talking about. It's the tongue within the mouth. But in this character of the tongue, we have to have the mouth in there, right? So that's how we layering things up. It's a specific organ within the mouth. And then we have the 2 horizontal lines on top of it, the whole thing. It means the sound bites created from the tongue and the mouth. So in general, it means speaking. It's the sound coming out of the mouth, created together with the tongue, right? And then we have this horizontal line disconnected from the borders of this mouth symbol. That means something sweet within the tongue. It's not connected to the thing. It's because it's detachable, right? And something sweet in the tongue means, well, the whole thing without the horizontal line means speaking, right? So if you add this sweet in the tongue, it means it's a pleasant talking. So pleasant talking or sweet talking, it actually means not talking on the talking level. It's music making. It's singing. So you are kind of get your message out in the singing form. It's a pleasant to the ear. So that's our concept of yin, means music. So eventually it generalized, not just music made from singing. It could be music made instrumental. So not just vocal, instrumental can as well use this symbol. It extended its domain, right? But that's the origin of the music. So music of the heart means you made your intentions, internal intentions in your heart, externalized. And that's kind of, you show your intention, externalized intention. But this externalization, well, I don't need to say that. It doesn't necessarily mean it's verbalized. It doesn't need to mean you actually speak your minds. That's actually a rare act on the Chinese. We don't tell people directly what we want, especially people in our lives. You're supposed to have this hide and seek, kind of this guessing game all the time, because that makes things more fun, I guess. And it's more safe as well. Like you don't speak your attention. You don't make it known just directly, blank like that. You let people guess, decode. And then there is this play of, almost like a dance of encoding, decoding, if you guess it right or not, right? So a lot of times this externalized intention, your heart, is by hints of body language or facial expression or something you do. It's not direct at all. So still you have to, so that's why I translate it as intent. It's most of the times non-verbalized intention. And okay, so instead of 三心二意 means you want to do something 3 times, but then you want the other way. You want to quit 2 times. It means uncommitted, right? You kind of hesitate. You're on the fence about something. That's 三心二意. So now we have 一心一意. So what do you mean? You're going 1 time and you come out 1 time, that's it? Actually, this 一心一意 actually means committed. It means you decide to do it, and your non-verbalized, most often times intention also go with your heart. So your 心 and 意 now come together in the same direction. And I find this book name called The One Thing, which talks exactly about that. Like you find that one thing in life to focus on. Don't tackle multiple things at the same time. Just focus on one thing so that you have a better chance of succeeding in that one thing instead of spreading yourself thin, right? So that's the main concept of this. And 一心一意 talks exactly about that. Like you're fully committed to do something. You only have one intention, one heart, and you put your mind and heart into that one thing, whether it's a task or person or relationship, something in your life, you just fully go in without a second thought, without second guess yourself, without quitting ever. You just fully go in, have that one intention or focus directed to that direction. So that's how logical Chinese is. We can use 3 and 2 to mean this going in and out. We can use 1 and 1 to mean it's fully directed to the same one thing. I hope you enjoyed this language journey we have taken so far. As a native speaker, it is a learning process for me as well to each time go one step further to just beyond the surface meaning of it. I've tried to go deeper to come to see the origins of the language, how the language was created with symbols, pieced together. What's the original meaning? And now what's the current meaning? How the original meaning extended into the current meaning, sometimes it's not easy to figure out. I mean, most of the time it's not easy to figure out. But along the way, as I learn more about that, all these a lot of times make sense. So Chinese creators, language creators, they do put a lot of thought to it. And a lot of times it makes it very logical, like 一心一意. Okay, and I'm doing this program also, 一心一意. Like I have my fully focused intention to share the language that I was born into, and I used to take it for granted. And now I'm looking at it with fresh eyes and to share with you from another language speaking world, and to see how the other language users are thinking, like how that language operates, and so that you can learn a little bit about another culture and may shed light, kind of like a mirror, right? It's East and West. If we view things, the world like that, we have East and West. And by looking at the East, you kind of understand the West a little bit better too, because we're different, very different, but sometimes we have commonalities. And that's a discovery, like a self-discovery journey as well. I'm enjoying it. Hope you enjoy it too. See you another day.